Okay, today we are going to study about the electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell. Okay, so electrochemical cell is based upon the. We are going to start with the electrochemical cell, and it is based upon the indirect redox reaction. Indirect redox reaction. Okay, so indirect redox reaction means there will be two types of cells, two parts of the cells. One is called as oxidation half cell, another is called as reduction half cell. Both cells are separately carried out. Oxidation is carried out in one container and reduction is carried out in the another container. Such type of cells are called as electrochemical cell. That is called indirect redox reaction. What it is? Indirect redox reaction. Okay. So in the indirect redox reaction, we will produce electrical energy. We will produce electrical energy by using we will produce electrical energy by using chemical energy. Whereas electrolytic cell, it uses electrical energy and converts into chemical energy. It is just opposite to that. Okay. Here we will use some chemicals, some chemical here, some chemical here, and we will convert it into electrical energy. What we will do, we will convert it into electrical energy. Okay. So for this is the arrangement required. Minimum arrangement required is this one. Okay. Now this labeling of this diagram, this completely it is called as electrochemical cell. What it is called as electrochemical cell. Okay. So in the electrochemical cell, this is called as anode or oxidation half cell. This part, this complete part is called as oxidation oxidation half cell. Okay, this part, and this complete part is called as reduction half cell. Okay, one is called oxidation half cell, another is called as reduction half cell. Okay, both are joined by a conductor through the ammeter, and a salt bridge. Okay, so this is called as salt bridge. What it is called as salt bridge. Okay, so salt bridge got the two purpose. How many purpose? Purpose of salt bridge is to make two problems out. What is those two problems? To maintain electrical neutrality. To maintain electrical neutrality. Electrical neutrality is maintained by the salt bridge. That means if positive charge is generated, it will provide negative charge. If negative charge is generated, it will provide positive charge. What is written here? Electrical neutrality. Electrical neutrality is maintained. First purpose of the salt bridge. Second purpose is to provide reverse path. Which path? Reverse path. There should be electricity should be provided with the two types of ways, forward path and reverse path. If you are not able to provide reverse path or completes the circuit, then electrical energy will not flow. Okay. So the purpose of salt bridge, I think, understood. Okay. Now this part is called as anode. This is called as what? Anode. Okay. The electrode which is available in oxidation half cell. Electrode which is available in oxidation half cell is called as electrode which is available in oxidation half cell is called as anode, and the electrode which is available in reduction half cell is called as the electrode which is available in reduction half cell is called as cathode. Okay, and anode is electrically negative, cathode is electrically positive. Anode is electrically negative and cathode is electrically positive. Okay, so these are the parts and their purpose. Okay, now electron flow outside the electrochemical cell will be from anode towards the cathode. Electron will flow from anode to the cathode. Okay, so example I am taking here, it as a zinc and here it as a zinc salt which contains Zn2 positive. What is written here? Zn2 positive. What it is? Zn2 positive. Okay. And what is here? Zinc. Same way here copper and copper electrolyte. Electrolyte containing copper ions. Okay. So this is copper and this is copper ions. So there will be oxidation here. Oxidation means from electrode to electrolyte. The ions movement will be from electrode to the electrolyte. Okay. And here it will be in the opposite direction from copper to positive to copper. That means from electrolyte to electrode. Okay. So direction of flow of ions, is it understood? Here from electrode to electrolyte and here from electrolyte to electrode. Okay. So what does it results? Once a zinc positive converts into zinc 2 positive, then electron will be liberated. How many electrons here? When each zinc converts into zinc 2 positive, it will liberate 2 electrons. So those 2 electrons will transfer from here to here and be available here. Okay. So that two electrons will be accepted by the copper 2 positive. That 2 electrons will be accepted by the copper to copper. Okay. So copper 2 positive is converted to copper. This is called as a reduction. This is plus 2 to 0. That is reduction. Here 0 to plus. That is oxidation. That's why it is called as a oxidation half cell. Okay. So for time being, I am removing this and I will tell you the shortcut. I think most of you are knowing also. LOAN. Okay. What is the shortcut? LOAN. Lone. Lone means left side. Always we should write about the this cell only on the left side. It is IUPAC. IUPAC is prescribed it. Okay. So left and O stands for the oxidation. The reaction carried out on left side will be oxidation and it is named as oxidation half cell. And the electrode which is available inside it is called anode. And the charge available on it is electrode is negative. Okay. So lone means left oxidation, anode negative. Okay. So this is about the left side. If you're perfect about left side, the same thing you can repeat on the right side also. Lone and right side. Okay. So left side is oxidation, anode negative, right side is reduction, right side reduction cathode, and it will be positive. Is it understood? So this is the construction and working of indirect redox reaction, which is also called as electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell uses the chemicals to produce electricity. To produce what? Electricity. Is it understood? Electrochemical cell. So this is construction and working. Okay. So whenever there are conceptual questions are there, you can answer them. But the numericals will be there based upon the working of electrochemical cell. Okay. So before starting that electrochemical cell, as I told you, there are two electrodes. Okay. So out of them, the electrode potential is important. Okay. What is important? Electrode potential. Okay. Electrode potential is a measure of electrode potential is a physical quantity. Okay. What does it measures? It is a measure of tendency. Measure of tendency of electrode. Electrode does two types of jobs. What are those two types? Measure of tendency of electrode to lose electrons, or sometimes it will gain electrons. Lose electron or gain electron. Okay. Electrode potential is a measure of tendency of two things. What are those two things? To lose electrons or to gain electron. Okay. So once it loses electron, it will be called as anode, and if it gains electron, it will be called as cathode. Same metal, same element can act as an anode as well as cathode, but it depends upon the factors to which it is connected. If it is connected to higher reactive metal, then it will act as a cathode. Otherwise, it will act as a anode. Okay, so that's why every metal will possess two types of potentials. One is called oxidation potential. One is called as oxidation potential. Okay, and another is called as reduction potential. Another is called as reduction potential. Okay, first one is oxidation potential, second one is reduction potential, and it is denoted in n different ways. Sometimes we clearly mention EOXI, and here what we will write, ERED, reduction. Okay, and sometimes we can write it as a Zn oblique Zn2 positive. What does it shows? Before reaction it is Zn, after reaction it is Zn2 positive. Okay, same way here, E Zn2 positive, same thing, it should be written in the opposite manner. Here zinc first, here zinc 2 positive first, here zinc 2 positive, then here it is zinc. Okay, it is in the opposite direction. Zinc 2 positive, zinc positive. The same way, if you want to write it for some negative electrodes, okay, electronegative element, that time it's like Cl2, 2Cl minus, Cl2 and 2Cl minus. Okay, and here it will be E. Same thing if I want to write here, Cl minus will be first. Sorry, uh, this is oxidation. In oxidation, negative will come first, neutral will come afterwards. Okay, so sorry, it is E is 2Cl minus oblique Cl2. Okay, and here reduction will be Cl2 will be first, Cl minus will be afterwards. Okay, so these are the three different ways of mentioning oxidation and reduction potential. Okay, as I told you, both will be same, oxidation and reduction, but quantity will be same, but what will be different? Only their charge will be different, sign will be different. Okay, so E reduction potential of a metal will be exactly equal to E oxidation of a metal, but only thing, minus sign. If here it is minus, here it will be plus. Here it minus. If it is plus here, it will be minus. Just opposite sign, but quantity wise it will be same. E reduction and deoxidation both will be same. Okay. This is about the electrode potential. Electrode potential is a measure of tendency. Electrode potential is measure of tendency of an electrode either to lose or to gain. Lose means oxidation potential, gain means reduction potential. Okay, so lose, oxidation, gain, reduction. Okay, both should be occur simultaneously, but what does it changes? It will act as anode or cathode. Okay, so let us take example A, B and C. These are the three different electrodes. Okay, so there is no permanent anode, there is no permanent cathode. Okay, so let us take SRP. Normally it is short form, it is called as SRP. Okay, SRP stands for standard reduction potential. SRP stands for standard reduction potential. Okay, SRPs are given, SRP of A, SRP of B and SRP of C. Okay, so SRP of A, let us take minus 1.23, and SRP of B, it is plus 0.57. SRP of C is plus 1.05. Okay, now these are the three different electrodes. For easiness, I will take one more also, SRP of D. Okay, so this is also negative, but 0.95. Okay, so four different electrodes and four different reduction potentials, SRP of A, SRP of B, SRP of C, SRP of D. It is minus 1.23, it is plus 0.57, and it is plus 1.05, and it is minus 0.95. Okay, so when I am connecting these two, okay, when I am connecting these two, which will be anode and which will be cathode. Okay, so this A is negative. Whichever element have negative electrode potential, more negative, more will be tendency to act as anode. Okay. So this I am writing here, more negative SRP. Okay. So more will be the oxidation. The tendency to oxidation will be more. Okay. So tendency to oxidize will be more. So tendency to oxidizing more means reducing power will be more. Reducing power will be more. Okay. So once reducing power is more, that means it will act as a anode tendency. Okay. Anode tendency. This, if you remember, then rest all you can write. Okay. So it is better to write on your own in your notes, more negative SRP, more negative SRP. Okay, more negative strand reduction potential. What are the things we can compare? First thing, oxidation tendency will be more. What will be more? Oxidation tendency. Okay, the tendency to oxidize will be more. So the element which can oxidize, the element which can oxidize, what can it do? It can reduce the other element very fast. Okay, and it can act as an anode very well. Okay, so when I'm taking A and B as examples, A and B as examples, here A is minus 1.23 and B is plus 0.57. So in this condition, A will be acting as anode. Okay, A will be acting as a anode and B will be acting as a cathode. Okay, so when I am using first two element as a pair, when I am using first two elements pair, okay, what is that pair? A is and B here. Okay, so A is minus 1.23 more negative. That's why A will be acting as a anode and B will be acting as a cathode. Okay, so these two, if I am connecting B and C. Here there is no negative. Then what we will do? We will compare the positive. More negative means less positive. Okay. So B is plus 0.57. Therefore, it will act as an anode. In these two pairs, B will be anode, whereas C will be cathode. Okay. So that's what I was saying every time. There is no permanent anode, there is no permanent cathode. Okay, same element can act as anode, same element can act as cathode. Then how to decide? It depends upon the reactivity of other element. See, same B when connected to A was cathode, but B here acting as a anode because C is less reactive. Okay, reducing potential. Okay, here reducing potential of C is less than that of reducing capacity, reducing power of C. Reducing power of C here is less than that of B. More reducing power, more anode. Okay, now let us take another option, that is these two. Okay, here plus 1.05 minus 0.95. Okay, so here it is minus and it is plus. If there are minus and plus, there is no much problem. Okay, so minus will always be acting as a anode and plus will be acting as cathode. Okay, so D will act as anode and C will act as cathode. Okay, so here you can say both times C is cathode only. Understood? So with the help of the electrode potential, we can assess metallic tendency, we can assess reducing power. Okay, suppose in the question comes, arrange the following in the increasing order of reducing power. Which power? Reducing power. Okay, so in the increasing order of reducing power, what you will say? Highest reducing means highest negative value. Highest negative value is A. Okay, A can reduce anybody. Immediately it will start, what it can start? It can start oxidize. It can start oxidize. Okay, because its reduction potential is lowest, minus. Okay, and second will be D. Second will be what? D. Okay. After the D, then we take the positive. Positive, we wanted to keep it minimum positive. If positive is there, minimum positive. Negative is there, maximum negative. So minimum positive is B, and maximum positive is C. Okay. So this is the increasing order of reducing power. Okay. So A, D, B, C. Understood? So in these two, this is anode, this is cathode. In these two, this is anode, this is cathode. In these two, this is anode, this is cathode. So we can easily identify anode, cathode. Okay, if you arrange them in the increasing order, it will be easy for you to understand which is anode, which is cathode. Okay, and why it is important over here, that I will let you know. Is it understood? If with the given values, how to identify which is anode, which is more reducing, which is more metallic, which is more electropositive. Okay, here A is metallic, more metallic. A is more metallic. Okay, more metallic, more reducing agent, powerful reducing agent. Okay, more anode tendency, and more electropositive. Okay, more electropositive. Understood? With the help of the A values, we can assess so many things. Okay, so SRP value and utilization, I think now everybody understood. Okay, now coming to the next topic. Next topic is reduction, E cell. Okay, E cell, E cell. E cell is the formula is E reduction potential. E reduction potential of cathode. E reduction potential of cathode and E reduction potential of anode. E reduction potential of cathode minus E reduction potential of anode. Okay, cathode minus anode. What minus what? Cathode minus anode. Okay, always you should remember. And before substituting, many people are losing marks in electrochemistry just because of one bad habit. Immediately you should convert the given value into reduction potential. How to identify reduction potential? Already I told you. If it is oxidation potential, immediately convert into reduction potential just by changing the sign. If he has given minus 0.59 and oxidation potential, you will convert into plus 0.59 as a reduction potential. Okay, so don't remember so many formulas. In some books it is written cathode mine and here plus anode and oxidation. Okay, so better to go for single formulas, few formulas, and more remembering. Okay, so if I am able to maintain standard condition, then it will be E naught. Then what it will be? E naught. E naught cell is equal to E naught reduction potential of cathode minus E naught reduction potential of anode. What are the standard condition? 1 molarity. Okay, concentration of electrolyte should be 1 molarity and temperature should be 298, and pressure, if gaseous electrodes are there, it should be 1 atm. If I am writing not, does what means three things I am maintaining. 1 molarity of electrolyte I took what? 1 molarity of electrolyte, and what I took? Temperature 298, and what I took? Pressure 1 atm. 1 atm is applicable only if electrodes are gaseous electrode. Okay, what electrode? Gaseous electrode. Is it understood? Now, if we have the one electrode, okay, then we will use the Nernst equation. Nernst equation. Okay, Nernst equation will give you an idea about the variation of temperature, concentration. Okay, variation of temperature and concentration with, here what is written? Nernst equation. Okay, Nernst equation is used for finding out. Now I think it is visible. Okay, so E reduction potential, what it is? E reduction potential is equal to E naught reduction potential, is equal to E naught reduction potential. For example, I am considering a metal at Mn plus, a metal with Mn plus accepts n mole of electron to form metal M. Okay, here it is a reduction because it is accepting electron. What it is doing? It is accepting electron. E reduction is equal to E naught reduction minus 2.303 RT upon NF into log product upon reactant, concentration of metal divided by concentration of N positive. Okay, so this is the formula for one single electrode and reduction potential. Okay, from this what we can say, see, concentration increased. Okay, so this total value will decrease. The total value will what happen? Decrease. The total value decrease, so the neglected value will be minus. Okay, so E reduction will be more. Understood? So E reduction potential, I am increasing, this total value decreasing, less value I am subtracting, more value will be left over. Okay, so increasing and increasing. E reduction potential directly proportional to concentration of electrolyte. Okay, concentration of electrolyte. Is it understood? And for the temperature side, temperature increases, this total value will increase, less value will be left over. Okay, inverse proportional to temperature. Inverse proportional to temperature. This is the relation between the reduction potential and concentration of electrolyte and temperature. That is what Nernst equation. Nernst equation for one single electrode. Understood? Now, if this value is temperature is 298 Kelvin, as a shortcut what we can take? We can take it as E naught reduction minus 0.059, okay, upon NF, okay, sorry, upon N into log. This will be concentration of solid will be 1, then Mn positive, okay. So this is the E reduction potential. This is to be used only when temperature is mentioned as 25 degrees Celsius. Only when temperature is mentioned as how much? 25 degrees Celsius. In that condition only you will take it as E cell is equal to E naught cell, E naught reduction potential minus 0.059. It is just 298.0821 and 96500 is substituted and simplified. Okay, how we got this one? Just by substituting these values and simplified value. Okay, this is not nothing new, it is just old formula only, simplified formula. Okay, next, if this is Nernst equation for one single electrode, okay, but if we have a complete cell is composed of how many things? Two things. What are those two things? Anode and cathode. Okay, so let us take M1 and M2 and M1 and M2, but both are cannot be in the same condition. Suppose M1 is N positive, okay, and M2 is reducing from N positive to M2, okay. Now the reaction will be here, E reduction will not be there, E cell, okay, here it will be E naught cell, and here it will be same, N moles of electrons, transference of N moles of electron. As I told you, product upon reactant, okay, product upon reactant, okay. Here product, this can be neglected because it is in the solid state, and this has to be written as, okay, M1 N positive, and here M2 N positive, okay. So here concentration of, now it will be M1 is anode, M2 is cathode, concentration of cathode, okay, but inverse proportional to concentration of anode. New thing which is added up here is concentration, okay. So those who are unable to see, I am repeating here, E reduction potential directly proportional to concentration of electrolyte in the cathode, inversely proportional to concentration of electrolyte in the anode, and directly proportional to temperature. Directly proportional to what? Temperature. Is it understood? Now the same formula here also, only thing is M2 N positive here and M1 N positive here, okay. and suppose something coefficients are there, a, b, like that, they will be taken as a powers. Okay, like here a and here it will be b. So m1 to the power of a and m2 to the power of b. That powers has to be taken if there is a coefficients. If not there, then there is no problem. Is it understood? So this is the Nernst equation. Okay. Now, when it is at equilibrium, what will be zero? E cell will be zero. What will be zero? E cell will be zero. So once E cell is equal to zero, just you substitute over here, then you will get E naught cell. E naught cell is equal to 0.059. Sorry, here it will be cells. Okay, here it will be cell. 0.059 upon n into log. This will be what? K, Kc. Okay, this is the formula when equilibrium. What it is? Equilibrium. Okay, same way delta G is equal to minus NF E, E cell. This is the formulas applicable for the what? Electrochemical cells. Gives free energy. Energy, this is what we are getting, EMF, and this is energy. Okay, so you should be very careful about this conversion. This will be in the volts and this answer will be in the joules. Okay, to convert into kilojoules, what you will do, you will just multiply, you will convert into kilojoules, you will divide by the 1000. Okay, so these are the some concepts about the Nernst equation. Is it understood, all of you? Any doubts about this? If you have, you can ask personally. Okay. Okay, then I will give you a sheet on this one.